Let's get it started. This will be your fourth and final lesson in the use of the baton. This one will cover positions and riot training with a baton. Before we start that, let's review what we've gone through, what we've had. We'll review the baton itself. This is the butt of the baton, the grommet, and the point. The one-handed grip grasps the baton across the grommet with the ring finger and the middle finger and the little finger. With the middle finger and the ring finger doing the gripping, the thumb and the forefinger don't grip, they merely balance the baton. Grasp it thusly. Lay the baton in the palm of your hand, palm up. Grasp the baton with the fingers and thumb of the off hand. Pull the baton into the forearms position, and from there you can deliver a four-stroke, a butt stroke, or a jab to the stomach. Now, first for review, the 3-count from the ring. This is the one that would be most common for you to use when you're interrogating someone on the street. You want to conserve your strength, use it only for the striking portion. Think ahead of time, know what you're going to do before you start. Don't have to stop in the middle and think, what comes now? George, let's come out here and be the suspect for a second or two, and we'll try it with you. Stick right over here. Okay, remember, balance, set yourself. When he becomes hostile, grasp the baton in the ring, throw up your hand or yell to distract his attention. His eyes should be diverted to your hand because you're reaching towards him and towards his facial area with your hand. Step forward and thrust into the chest area. Don't strike above the chest area. If you hit him in the throat or the face, it's going to cause serious permanent damage. Drive him back, grasping the baton with your right hand, and in a nice, fluid, circular motion. As you shift your feet forward, bring the baton around, over, and down into the chest again. That'll drive him back once more, and your feet shift together, keeping them under you. Come around and drive into the stomach or groin area. This should incapacitate anybody that you run up against. One of the 3 blows. So it's, for a quick review, it's ha, down, and in.
I heard that one.
Sorry about that, George. You weren't
Thanks,
far enough
Sarge.
back.
It works.
That was just a light tap.
Yes.
Imagine how it would feel if I really put the force behind it and drove it in
You
there.
have me convinced.
Okay, now let's pair off, nice and slow, go through it. And we won't have as much physical contact as I just made with George's chest there. We don't need to have injuries on duty today. The other position of interrogation that you might obtain would be with the baton already out and laying down alongside your leg in a concealed position. The normal one-handed grip. This is also for the one-handed carry. It's the easiest way to carry it. Right down along your leg, you can walk with it there. You can stand and talk to people with it there, and nobody will pay that much attention to it, particularly at night. If you're holding it in this position, and there's 1 or 2 subjects should attack, you have the prerogative of bringing it to the on-guard position. And this should keep a person back from you. Now, the disadvantage of this is that it can be grabbed. If you're ready and alert, you can always pull it back so that it's not, the suspect can't get a hold of it, and as you pull it back, you bring it across your body this way, and you can come to the on-guard position with it at port arms. You can bring it across your body this way, letting your fingers relax their grip momentarily. Bring the baton overhand this way, and back across for the knees. You can take them either at the knees, you can bring it across and take them on the hand. Make it whip when it comes through. After you've made contact here, you can bring it back around this way. Once again, in a circular fluid motion, and strike for the knees.
On this one. Come this way.
See, now he's got a hold of it. So you have to be quicker.
Yeah.
And you don't want to be...
How close do you want to be to the guy with the baton?
With the baton, you want to be at arm's length, like this.
Yeah.
So he's
Because
got to
you're
reach out all the way to get it,
So
right?
he's got to reach for it, and you can whip it out of his way. You're going to step into him anyway when you swing.
My hands
So you don't want to be right on top of
See,
him.
that's the problem, because
If you're right on top of him, come to the forearm
coming up
position.
like this. Trying to grab it in front. You're just holding this one off.
I can have your attention again, gentlemen, for a moment. The baton, as you're making this swinging motion across your body, and you're coming back to here, some of you are getting the attitude that you should come up over here somewhere like this. The baton rolls in your hand. Once you've made contact with a good solid grip so it doesn't fly out of your hand, and you've come past that point, let it roll in your hand. So that you're back here now, and the baton is turned this way in your hand. And then as you come back across, grip it again, and a nice whipping motion. If your first blow is high, your second blow should be low. If your first blow is low, your second blow is high. You don't want to hit the same area twice, because he's going to be expecting that. Okay, gentlemen, let's get back in the semicircle again, and we'll go through the 5 count from the ring. The 5 count from the ring, once again, you thrust, hop, and bring it to a position of defense at eye level, where you can just see under it so that you don't get attacked from the side. And with your feet separated and your front foot pointed slightly towards him. From this position, with your assailant out of reach for a straight-in chest thrust, you release with your left hand, snap the baton around over your head, step forward, swing. The baton comes across the body once more in a fluid motion. And as you step forward again, you swing for the knees. Once you've made contact this way, assume your position of advantage or defense like this, and if necessary, you can deliver one more to the chest. This shouldn't be necessary. Once you take him at the kneecaps, he should go down. So the count would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and back to the position of advantage. And once again, you got the downward thrust if you need it, and you can go right into the 3 count from there. Any questions on that? In the 5 count that we just practiced, you notice there was an overhead blow. We like to stay away from that if at all possible. If you want to step out here for a moment, we'll go through the 6 count. In the 6 count, once again, you start from the ring. You throw the blow from the ring. Now, contact is not necessary. All it's for is to distract him and drive him back from you. From there, you grasp the baton with your right hand once again, and you take an exaggerated step back and bring the baton low, down around your knees. As the assailant steps towards you, you step into him, catch him in the chest area, or up in the jaw, and as you drive him back, step into him, bring the baton back up at eye level and drive down into his chest. Come back across, down into his chest once more, and as the final step, you step into him and bring it around to the stomach area. This is a complicated move and requires a lot of practice. Now we'll go into the Kata method. It'll be the last method that we use. In the Kata position of interrogation, the baton is held up behind the arm with the hand gripping the grommet. The thumb and index finger once more do not grip. As you can see, it lays unobtrusively behind the arm and is not offensive to the public at large. From this position, you can go into the Kata 7-count maneuvers, which we will have Officer Bill Taylor step up and demonstrate it while I explain it. So, Bill, if you want to step out here now. When you assume the position of advantage for this, the baton is placed up behind your arm. Step back and swing across the body. Then come back across the body again, or reach forward and thrust towards the face or throat area. Grasp the baton in two hands, deliver a groin stroke. Swing from the suspect to the rear. Come back across the front, grasping the baton with two hands once more. Deliver a two-handed thrust to the chest. Step into the balanced position and bring the baton to port arms. Okay? Thank you. Okay, the last thing that we're going to discuss is the riot positions. The new method that we're teaching now for riots is to assume the position of on guard as rapidly as possible in line so that you don't take too much of the flak and bottles before you move out. Once you've hit this position, the command to move out will be given. You should immediately charge the crowd. This should drive them back. As you're charging the crowd, you want to be yelling and screaming. Shock effect is what you're after. The crowd will run and leave. You probably won't make contact with anybody, but you won't get hit with a rock or a bottle, hopefully, either. Remember, you hit the position on the command to move out, you go. As soon as you have moved the crowd, you stop. Nobody should be way out in front of anybody else. You want to hold your line. If you're holding a straight line across the street, hold that line. Keep track of the man on either side of you. Okay, everybody form a line back of the room. With your baton in the port arms position. On guard. Move out. Ah!